Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The South Union Township Supervisors presents the South Union Township Sports Network today from Hutchison Park. It's HARC baseball as the Astros take on the Yankees. We have some T-ball action for you here tonight in our second of two games. This is Joshua Scully with you for the South Union Township Sports Network, and the Sports Network coverage is a joint cooperative venture with Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, along with Armstrong and Breezeline Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, this is Joshua Scully, Bill Dice behind the camera tonight. We are just about ready to go with the Yankees and the Astros. The Yankees are coming to the plate first here in the top of the first inning. If you're unfamiliar with T-ball for HARC, you play 3 innings. Everybody bats each inning. And here's a bouncer hit by the Yankees to get started. This is number 2 for the Yankees. And he's going to make his way down to first base. He's safe. Number 2 for the Yankees, by the way, is Talon Hoot Ho. They call him Hoot. He's in at first base safely to get the Yankees started. The Yankees in their Navy uniform. Gray pants. The Astros tonight in their, we'll say, navy pants and orange uniform. Yankees with a base runner here. A couple of the Yankees players do have the traditional pinstripe pants. Here's a well-hit ball for the Yankees. And making his way down to first base is number 3. That's Stevie Strange. 2 runners on now for the Yankees, first and second base. Again, for T-ball, everyone bats each inning, so we'll see all of the Yankees who are present with us today coming to the plate in each inning. The same is true for the Astros. They'll bat in the bottom half of each frame. And every player is going to receive a few pitches from their coach. Doing the pitching tonight for the Yankees is Mike Muscannon. And there's a good-looking hit. Well hit by the Yankees. Again, this is going to load the bases for the Yankees, actually. Sprinting down to first base is number 4, Gavin Workman. And he's going to be in safely. Somerset Trust is your sponsor for the Yankees. And the coaches for the Yankees, in addition to Mike, who's doing the pitching tonight, Zach Smitley, Brian Ho, and Michael Kilgore all help the Yankees out. Bases loaded here for the Yankees. Hunter Smitley at the plate. A couple of good cuts from him. And this is a foul ball. Beautiful night here, Friday, June the 7th. First Friday in June. Airtime temperature when we teed this one off. And this ball is crushed to second base. Really well hit ball. And Hunter is going to make it over to first base. Hunter Smitley smoked that one towards second. And the bases are loaded, full of Yankees. For Mick, this is number 7. Mick Muscannon. Left-handed bat. Airtime temperature tee off, 69 degrees, mostly cloudy, although the cloud cover, which became very heavy briefly. This ball is smashed again towards second base. Back-to-back big hits for the Yankees. Run's going to score. Stevie Strange coming around to score there for the Yankees. And the Yankees keep the bases loaded. Great hit there by Mick. But we had a lot of cloud cover move over during our last game, which was coach pitch between the Blue Jays and Pirates. Pirates won that one 20-8. And the cloud cover has now broken up nicely. This is Caleb Burden, who bounces one toward the Astros pitcher. And Burden going to be in at first base safely. Astros tonight under the direction of coaches Jamie and Tim Tanner. Their sponsor is Family Ties. But we have a beautiful evening on our hands here. Temperatures expected to decline toward 60 degrees overnight, and then we've got another beautiful day teed up tomorrow. 76 degrees and sunny. A couple of clouds maybe passing through. At the plate right now, number 9, Lucas DeValance. This one fouled back. Another foul ball for the Yankees. Yankees have the bases loaded here. Top of inning number 1. And now this one is smashed to the deep part of the infield. Astros on it pretty quickly. Run comes around to score. So far, so good for the Yankees. Beautiful weekend coming up. Maybe a couple showers on Sunday, but I don't think anything that's going to prove too difficult to navigate for those of you who maybe have some big weekend plans, big outdoor plans. 75 degrees, sun, clouds, and rain on Sunday, but probably mostly sun and clouds. Number 10 at the plate, Theo Kilgore. Left-handed bat. Takes a swing here. The bases remain full of Yankees, and this ball is going to be hit down the third baseline. Good piece of hitting. And that's the last batter in the top of the first for the Yankees, so Theo Kilgore will touch them all as he makes his way around, and that's going to do it for the top of the first inning. We are scheduled to play 3 innings here tonight, and we're going to see the Astros come to the plate in the bottom of the first inning here at Hutchison Park. Our field on the shores of Lake Hutch, where there's quite a few geese and some fishermen tonight. A lot of fishing actually happening along Lake Hutch tonight, more than usual. In fact, this is probably the busiest night on the lake that we've seen since we've been covering games out here so far this year. Beautiful evening, light breeze, right around 9 to 10 miles an hour, and it's been a beautiful day all day. So it's not too much of a surprise to see some walkers and a few people enjoying some fishing. Good crowd here on hand. We've got a Legion game happening right behind us. There's a good crowd there, too. Concession stand in full swing here at Hutchison Park tonight as well. So plenty of good reasons to come out. We are expecting to be here with you again next week, potentially Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday night, weather permitting. Monday might be a bit dicey. Some rain in the forecast. High for the central Fayette County region, just about 65 degrees on Monday, so not a terribly warm day. But Tuesday and Wednesday should both be gorgeous, 72 and 81 respectively. Sunny skies. And then, for those of you who are ready for the heat of summer, buckle up because we are going to see a heat wave through southwestern Pennsylvania unlike we have seen yet this year at least. A couple of days later next week in the high 80s, and that's going to linger until the following week, June 18th through June 21st. Right now in the extended forecast, every day expected to touch at least 90 degrees. So be ready for that. Astros at the plate now, and they come up swinging. Family Ties the sponsor. Coaches Jamie and Tim Tanner. And a big hit here right out of the gate for number 8, Eddie Kaiser. Good swing there for him and some strong contact. Now we're going to see number 2, Henry Magulik. And I want to thank Henry for the help that he gave me pregame with pronouncing his last name. Went right to the source in that case. Sometimes the coaches like you to hear it right from the player, and Henry came over and told us exactly how to say it. Astros with the bright orange uniform on, and Henry lays into this one, and Henry Magulik will be easily in at first base. Good start here for the Astros. Astros, of course, borrow their moniker from the Houston Astros of Major League Baseball. The New York Yankees lending their name to the Yankees here tonight. This is going to be Easton Cerny. He bats third in this inning for the Astros. We'll see, of course, some different batting orders as the game unfolds. Every player sees a couple of pitches before they get the tee out. Good crowd here on hand for us tonight. Bleachers down the third baseline basically full. And good hustle here from everybody on the Astros side. Easton Cerny A lot of hustle from him down the first baseline. He was not leaving anything to chance. And now we're going to see number 5, Austin Malerich. Caleb Tanner will be the final batter for the Astros this half inning. He's on deck. That one fouled back by Malerich. And this one hit down the third base line. Good contact for the Astros here. The Astros have actually had a lot of good contact so far today. They're shorthanded, missing a couple of players. We want to thank you as always for joining the South Union Township Sports Network tonight. Bill and I, of course, very happy to be here, especially considering how beautiful it is. Truly remarkable right now. And we're excited with the prospect of being back with you next week. And this one is going to be hit right off the Lowe's. We'll call that the Lowe's ball bucket. And a nice slide there by the Astros number 2, Magulik, in at third base. And so we'll see number 4, Caleb Tanner. We always have an eye out for future sponsorship opportunities. So if anyone associated with Lowe's is listening, good opportunity maybe to tee up a sponsorship for yourself with the ball bucket. Astros have the bases loaded. We want to thank our coaches, too. I meant to do that during the previous broadcast, and I did not have an opportunity to in a very high-scoring game. 28 runs scored in that one. It was a very quick-moving game, too. But certainly all of our coaches from the teams we've covered tonight, 4 in total, and probably the better part of a dozen coaches involved with those 4 teams, giving up their Friday evening to be here and help these young people learn and appreciate America's pastime. And we've got the tee ready to go for Caleb Tanner. And it's a good hit right past the ball bucket again. And everybody is on the move for the Astros. Tanner is going to keep going. Big turn out of first base. And he's on his way now to second. And he's going to touch them all. Coach is reminding him to keep moving. He's the last batter of the first inning. Good hit, too, for him. Good contact by several of those Astros batters. We want to thank our sponsors tonight. Without their help, this broadcast would not be possible. So we want to take a moment now and acknowledge them. The Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, the Sprouse Insurance Group, and Agent David Hughes. SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns. United Bank and South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Great night here for baseball, and a beautiful field, too. Of course, we got artificial turf here on the infield, so we don't have to worry about being overly susceptible to rain, at least not around the base paths. The Astros making their way back out to play the field here in the top half of the second inning. The Yankees will be coming back to the plate. Both of these teams, of course, if you're someone who has an appreciation for baseball history, both of these teams have some really interesting connections to the Pittsburgh Pirates, which, of course, if you're listening to us nationally from elsewhere in the country here at Hutchison Park, the Pittsburgh Pirates are the nearest major league team. Of course, the Pirates, winners of that phenomenal 1960 World Series against the New York Yankees, which was won in dramatic fashion. One of the great moments of Major League Baseball history, I would suspect. Certainly make an argument for maybe even the greatest moment of the 20th century for Major League Baseball. Here's a good hit to get the Yankees started. That's number 2. Hoot Ho, Talon Hoot Ho. Good hit. He got the Yankees started last time as well. Hoots on first base. Yankees, several of the players with the pinstripe pants, they look really sharp. The Yankees ready to see if they can't show off the kind of success they had in the top half of the first inning. This one is going to be hit foul. Of course, the Astros, when I think of the Houston Astros and their connection to the Pittsburgh Pirates, this one is grounded back to the pitcher. Throw over to first base. Pretty good throw, but it gets away. That was Stevie Strange again for the Yankees. Good piece of hitting by him. When I think of the Houston Astros, I think of 1997 and the Pittsburgh Pirates team that was known as the Freak Show. Very low payroll for that Pittsburgh Pirates team, and yet they nearly won the Central Division of the National League, pushed the Houston Astros, who would go on to win the division and clinch a playoff berth, pushed them to the final series of the season that year. Yankees going to see if they can't continue the success they had in the first inning. Yankees sponsor again Somerset Trust. We have a branch of Somerset Trust not too far from us, just in neighboring Hopwood. This one grounded toward third. And hustling the whole way, number 4, Gavin Workman. We shared during our previous broadcast, of course, in Hopwood, historic community, home to about 2,000 people, little over 2,000 in fact. And due to its location along the National Road, was a stopover for several U.S. presidents over the years, especially in the 19th century. Here's a really sharp hit bouncer towards short. Hunter Smitley in safely, and coming around to score is Talon Ho. So Hoot is around to score again. Nice job there by the Yankees. And we'll see number 7, Mick Miscannon, back at the plate, left-handed bat. He's ready to go. Bases loaded, full of Yankees. And this ball is smashed into right field. That one might bring rain. It's going to bounce all the way into the right field grass. And the Yankees are going to score another one. Really strong hit there for him. And he's into first base comfortably with time to spare. But among some of those former U.S. presidents to stop over in Hopwood for a night, of course, that's a stone's throw, so to speak, from where we're at right now. James Monroe, James Buchanan, William Henry Harrison, James K. Polk, all stopping over in Hopwood during their travels. This is a foul ball hit by the Yankees. At the plate right now for the Yankees, number 8, Caleb Burden. James Monroe, of course, was one of our founding father presidents, veteran of the American Revolutionary War. And the National Road brought many, many, many travelers through this area. Now, the historic National Road roughly serves as the barrier. This one is hit right off the ball bucket. They'll call that a foul ball. But roughly serves as the barrier between North and South Union Township. Here's a really well-hit ball by Burden. And this one's going to roll through virtually all the way to center field. Run will score. Coming around there, Gavin Workman. Well done. Union Township was an original township to Fayette County, going all the way back to the county's creation in 1783 when Fayette County was shaved off of Westmoreland County. Union Township was one of the original townships, and then Union Township was split into North and South Union. This one bounced back toward the pitcher, and they're going to call that a foul ball for Lucas DeValence. Those townships were split in the 1850s, just about 10 years before the American Civil War began. This one hit well towards short. And another run's going to score for the Yankees. Good running there for Hunter Smitley coming around. DeValence is thinking double. Now they're going to call him back. And we're going to see number 10, Theo Kilgore, coming back to the plate. Kilgore, left-handed bat. He's going to be the last batter in the top of the second inning for the Yankees. Kilgore giving some good cuts here. And they're going to bring the tee in. So everybody's going to be running for the Yankees here. That one's a foul. This one is hit off the bucket. They'll call that a foul ball, too. If you're watching this game on Breezeline or Armstrong Cable, we'd like to let you know that South Union Township Sports Network games and programs, foul ball, are now available live online. It's easy to find. This one is hit well back toward the pitcher. And Theo Kilgore going to come around first base, and he will touch them all for the Yankees. The Yankees all keep moving. South Union Township Sports Network games and programs are now available live online. It's easy to find. Just log on to youtube.com and search South Union Television or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook. For program updates, facebook.com/South Union TV. Subscribe for notifications when we go live. And Kilgore clears them to end the top of the second inning. Thank you for joining us as always on the South Union Township Sports Network. Tonight, coverage of HARC T-ball, the Yankees and Astros. Joshua Scully here with you alongside Bill Dice, who's working behind the camera tonight. And we're hoping to be back with you next week at least a handful of times. And Bill Dice is always doing such a good job for us, basically serving as producer for us tonight.
Guess what? I had to get paid for doing the one scoreboard thing for that other one.
And we've got Manny Dice here with us tonight, too. He's actually managing our score hub for us, and he's looking forward to a big paycheck for all of his labors and keeping track of the game. He said he does not want to be paid in popcorn only. Does not want that.
I do not want paid as popcorn.
The Astros will return to the plate here in the bottom of the second inning. We're scheduled to play 3 innings tonight. The Yankees back in the field. 7:39 p.m. here Eastern Time. This one started off at 7:15 p.m. And getting us started will be number 4, Caleb Tanner. We want to welcome in, too, anyone who's joining us from outside our immediate area. We've had viewers from across the nation over the last couple of weeks, which is awesome. This one bounced back toward the pitcher. Good hit there by Caleb Tanner, who is safely on to first base and will be followed by number 5, Austin Malarich. Austin, left-handed bat.
I'm right-handed batter. I'm right-handed.
Astros with a runner on first base. Big swing here for Austin. He's looking to drive one. This one going to be chopped foul down the third base line. And this one is hit into the sky and stopped near second base. Throw over to first base. Austin going to be there with time to spare. Good piece of hitting there for him. And runners on first and second now for the Astros.
So when there's the next batter and he makes it, bases are loaded, so go straight to out.
And the bases will soon potentially be loaded full of Astros. We're going to see number 1, Easton Cerny, make his way to the plate with runners on first and second. If Cerny is able to find his way on, that will load the bases. Quite a few geese tonight. Speaking of having some ducks on the pond for the Astros, quite a few geese on the pond.
Watch the game.
probably the better part of 3 or maybe even 4 dozen geese out there tonight on Lake Hutch.
Here to watch the game in the pond.
That's true. You know what we haven't seen? Here's one hit down the first baseline. And there are some boats on the lake tonight. There's a canoe or 2 out there. Wouldn't mind seeing a couple of spectators maybe taking a game from the lake. See if they could catch a ball out there if somebody really laid into one. We've got some little leaguers here who certainly drive it out to the fence. About 212 down the left field line here, 230 to dead away center. But honestly, if you hit the ball 230 feet down the left field line, you may touch water. Astros have the bases loaded. Big swing here. This is number 2, Henry Magulik. And Magulik batting with the bases loaded, full of Astros. If you're bouncing back between our coverage tonight of the Astros and Yankees here and maybe coverage of the Pittsburgh Pirates game, Pittsburgh Pirates out in front, at least right now, playing the Minnesota Twins. Really always appreciated some professional sports teams' names that draw upon their locality. And we'll tee this one up for the Astros. Minnesota Twins certainly one of them. And this one going to be foul ball. This one is really sharply hit back towards second base. Finds its way through. That's a great hit there for number 2, Henry Magulik. Good piece of hitting. Run comes around to score for the Astros. That ball was fired out of a cannon. Eddie Kaiser going to step up to the plate now. Of course, Minnesota Twins. You got the Twin Cities of Minnesota, Minneapolis and St. Paul. Last batter for the Astros here. This one is going to be hit back toward the pitcher. They'll call that a foul ball. This is number 8, Eddie Kaiser. This ball bounced over the pitcher to the pitcher's mound. And I believe Kaiser is indeed the last batter, so they're going to give him the green light to keep moving, and all the Astros will come around along the base paths to score. Kaiser coming around third now. Houston Astros and the Astros tonight, of course, that name based largely in the city of Houston's role in aviation history and even spacefaring history. And the New York Yankees, of course, one of those historic franchises that has carried on that moniker for a very long time. We're going to move on now into the third inning, so the Astros will return to the field. Yankee, of course, a term for Americans and used to associate Americans for many years. We want to thank you, as always, for checking out the South Union Township Sports Network. Astros and Yankees, T-ball tonight. HARC baseball. We've got some Legion baseball happening on the field behind us. Beautiful evening. Some long shadows finally creeping across the field here at Hutchison Park. The sun is otherwise back out, though. The cloud cover largely broken up. And we're set to go now for our final inning of play between the Astros and the Yankees. Yankees making their way back out now. Coach is coming onto the field. We're hoping to be broadcasting for you again Monday evening, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday next week. Weather looks really good for Tuesday and Wednesday. Maybe not so much on Monday, but we'll wait and see. Theo Kilgore at the plate to get the Yankees started this time. And here's one, bounced back toward the Astros pitcher. Kilgore is going to easily make it over to first base. We want to thank our coaches again one more time tonight for the Astros, Jamie and Tim Tanner. We want to thank their sponsor as well, Family Ties. For the Yankees, sponsor is Somerset Trust. And the coaches, Michael Kilgore, Brian Ho, Zach Smitley, Mike Miscannon. This one's going to be bounced towards second base. That's off the bat of number 8, Caleb Burden. Runners now on first and second for the Yankees. If you're watching this game on BreezeLine or Armstrong Cable, we'd like to let you know that South Union Township Sports Network games and programs are now available live online. It's easy to find those. Just log on to youtube.com and search South Union Television or follow the South Union Township Sports Network on Facebook for program updates. Facebook.com/ here's a big swing from number 6, Hunter Smitley, / South Union TV. Well hit ball here to third base. And that one is going to be fielded by the Astros at third. Big throw over to first base, and a good throw, too. Hunter Smitley getting it done there. But you can find us on Facebook.com / South Union TV. Subscribe for notifications when we go live. Base is full of Yankees, and this ball is going to be hit down the third baseline and into left field. Very nice hit there for Lucas DeValance. Run will score for the Yankees here in the top of the third inning. Final inning of play in this one. Runners on first, second, and third for the Yankees. And I believe this is number 2. No, I'm going to correct myself. That's number 3. Stevie Strange getting it done. Stevie Strange on first base for the Yankees. Another run comes around to score. Good piece of hitting by him. Now we'll see number 4, Gavin Workman. Workman will bat here with the bases still loaded full of Yankees. Top of the third inning, Yankees and Astros. HARC Baseball T-ball. Scheduled to play 3 innings tonight. And this is the top of the third. And this one is bounced back toward the pitcher. Hustling it out will be Gavin Workman. We had a great photo op prior to this game in the dugout with Gavin Workman and the Astros' Caleb Tanner, who I imagine know each other. They're speaking to each other even now. Caleb Tanner is the pitcher for the Astros. He's on the pitcher's mound. And they met each other over here in the dugout for the Astros, took a photo together. They're both number 4, so they spun around and showed the number on the back of their jerseys to a couple of parents who took a photo. This one is shot right past the coach, and the bucket and coach are both down, and hopefully everybody is okay. Hopefully the bucket's okay.
But did they hit the bucket?
That hit came off the bat of Talon Hoot Ho, and everybody looks to be okay. Mike Miscannon trying to leap out of the way of that one, caught the bucket. And we'll see Mick now. Mick Miscannon stepping up to the plate. This is the last batter. Mick will be the final batter for the Yankees, so everyone's going to take off here. And the pitch, and this one is hit well but foul down the right field line. We've had quite a few balls tonight hit toward the press box here. That one not an especially close call, but a few earlier were. A couple I could have nearly caught myself from where I'm seated on the dugout deck. We're on the second story of the Astros dugout tonight. And here's one. This one is going to stay fair. And a good piece of hitting there by Mick Muscannon. He's going to make his way all the way around. The Yankees will clear him here in the top of the third inning. Some good hitting and even some acrobatics tonight from the Yankees and their coaches, for that matter. Good job by them. And we're going to see the Astros return to the plate for a final time here in the bottom of the third inning in just a moment. Some good hitting, really, by both of these teams tonight. We want to thank you, as always, for checking out the South Union Township Sports Network tonight. Bill Dice and Joshua Scully with you, Bill working behind the camera. And we're hoping to be back with you again next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We got some good help tonight, too, from Manny Dice on our Score Hub. Popcorn connoisseur, Manny Dice, recently back from the last frontier. Hopefully, though, we'll be with you on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week. We want to thank our sponsors again, Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown, Davis & Davis, Attorneys at Law, the Sproul's Insurance Group, and Agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the UPMC Rehabilitation Institute, and physical therapist Jim Burns, United Bank, and South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. Earlier today, we had for you some coach pitch action, the Pirates and Blue Jays. Pirates winning that one 20-8. Tonight it's the Yankees and the Astros T-ball, with the Astros coming to the plate for a final time. And we're going to get started here with number 5, Austin Malarich. The Yankees back in the field, ready to go. Sun setting here. It's finally disappeared behind some tree cover, some cloud cover on the horizon. This one's going to be popped up, nearly leaving the yard, just held by the cage. Good contact there for Austin. This one fouled back. Foul again. And this ball is rocketed back to short. And easily into first base is Malarich. That'll bring Easton Cerny. Cerny, right-handed bat, will hit here with a runner on first base. We're going to get a couple of baseballs returned to the pitcher. This is Tim Tanner doing the pitching tonight for the Astros. Bottom of the third inning, runner on first base for the Astros. Easton Cerny at the plate. Runner on first base. This one's going to be fouled back toward the Yankees dugout. Great night for baseball here in Central Fayette County, that's to say the least. Good crowd on hand, too. Some spectators behind home plate. Several more down the third base line in the pavilion. And this one is hit hard towards second, almost cutting it off. Gavin Workman for the Yankees. And so now the Astros have runners on first and second base ahead of Caleb Tanner. Tanner will step in. He's ready to go. Good swing there for number 4, Caleb Tanner. We want to thank our sponsors again. Of course, we couldn't have this broadcast without them. Smith Lewis Chess CPAs in Uniontown. Here's the pitch. Swung on there by Tanner. Davis & Davis Attorneys at Law, United Bank. The Sproul's Insurance Group and Agent David Hughes, SWGI Specialist, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health. The UPMC Rehabilitation Institute and physical therapist Jim Burns. South Union Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott. This one's going to be hit into the infield. And we should see the bases loaded here for the Astros. We will. Yankees giving it a good go. That was number 3 for the Yankees, Stevie Strange, stepping up off the pitching mound and firing the ball over to first base. But the bases are indeed loaded for Henry Magulik. So Magulik will step in. Bases loaded for the Astros. Foul tip. And a lot of noise coming behind us from the Legion game that's happening on the field directly next to us.
That's high school.
Some good players over there tonight. Some good players here, too. We've had some really good contact in this game, and some of them, like that one coming off the live pitching, that's a shot down the third baseline into left field. Magulik will easily make his way down to first base. And so we're going to see our final batter for the Astros. For this inning, this is Eddie Kaiser, who's coming to the plate. Thank you again, as always, for joining us tonight on the South Union Township Sports Network. We really appreciate that. We also want to offer our condolences to the family of Phil Michael, who passed away yesterday morning, longtime broadcaster and radio program host in the Uniontown area. He'll be greatly missed by many here in Fayette County. This is Eddie Kaiser at the plate, and he comes up swinging. He's going to foul this one back to the third base coaching box. Kaiser bounces this one towards short, and this should do it for the Astros. The Astros really were ready to move. Coming around there full speed ahead, Caleb Tanner, he was really moving. And everybody's going to come around for the Astros. Great game by both of these teams. Some great contact by both teams, too. Coaches are going to work on getting their players lined up to shake hands after the game. So the Astros and Yankees, good game tonight by both teams. They bring this one to a conclusion. We want to thank you again for checking us out here on the South Union Township Sports Network. Today's game on the South Union Township Sports Network has been a joint cooperative venture with Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, along with Armstrong and Breezeline Cable and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, this was the Yankees and the Astros T-ball here at Hutchison Park. HARC Baseball once again on the South Union Township Sports Network. For Bill Dice and for Manny Dice, this is Joshua Scully. You've been watching the South Union Township Sports Network. We'll see you again next week.